Hello, Libra. This is going to be your weekly tarot and oracle forecast. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies for the upcoming week, break it down, and let you know how to navigate. This video is intended for all Libra sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. So if you'd like to check out your other astrological placements, please check out my other videos. So we're starting this week with a different point of view. And I say that because we just had a new moon solar eclipse in Aries. And essentially, it is the signal of a new beginning. We just closed out a pretty major cycle because this new moon solar eclipse also finished the eclipse cycle dating all the way back to April 2023. And so now we're embarking on new energies and new focus because the North Node has moved into Pisces. So the axis of Pisces and Virgo are more focus, whereas for the last couple of years, it was Aries and Libra. So you're going to be getting a bit of a break, Libra, hopefully astrologically. Now, of course, that depends on your other astrological placements, but we'd like to think that overall there should be a relief for you. Now, let's take a look at some overall themes and messages for this week. And we have courage. So, Libra, this is telling you to have the strength and the courage to push yourself forward. Tiger's Eye is such a beautiful stone. And with that, we have here compassion, emerald energy. Emerald energy in general can be heart healing as well. And with that, we have the shadow, black obsidian. You're working through some triggers and some hurts. And with that, we have protection. You are divinely guided and protected. So interesting. I kind of feel like you may be struggling with what's next. Worried about what's next. Can you have it? Can you really do this? And of course you can, but you need the courage and the compassion for yourself and the ability to be self-aware and know that you are divinely guided and protected. So let's take a look at the challenge or obstacle for this week, meaning what may create tension, resistance, or need some extra attention in your life. And here we have the Queen of Swords. Well, boundaries might be an issue. You might struggle a bit with maintaining your boundaries or implementing them. Here we have the Three of Swords. You've been dealing with a broken heart, and I believe I said this to Capricorn, so I don't know if you have any Capricorn placements or if you're dealing with a Capricorn. I'm pretty sure it was them, where the Three of Swords was coming through, and it's almost like you've got to feel it. You've got to feel it to heal it and let something go. There's the Six of Wands. You might be having a bit of trouble recognizing your victory, and that's why I was saying, can you have this? Can you really have this? And yes, you can. Here comes the kitty cat. I can see Karma's giving us her appearance. So thank you, Karma. Time to go sit somewhere else. But she wanted everybody to know that she's here. Okay. And with that, we have more Karma because she's trying to push her way back onto the table. The Magician. The Magician is all about manifestation and communication and knowing that you have all the tools. You might be challenged with your communication skills because we still are experiencing Mercury retrograde, and that means miscommunications, tech glitches, or breakdowns. So a challenge may be getting the right words out, So let's take a look at the next deck here. And this is about the opportunities or gifts that you might see throughout the week. What are some hidden blessings possibly? And here we have the Three of Swords again. Wow. I'm pretty sure that was Capricorn because they had the exact same type of thing. I know this card for sure. So Three of Swords is a broken heart. So what may be your challenge may actually be your potential or your gift. Working through that broken heart. I think you have a choice. I really think you have to ask yourself, what energy are you in? And I could say, are you in the old or are you in the new? But really, do you want to maintain that sadness or do you want to work through it? And here's the Strength. Beautiful. Actually, I saw that card with Gemini's reading. So if you have any Gemini placements or dealing with a Gemini, that might be significant. And there's the Moon. Well, the Moon is about trusting your intuition. It's purging, it's surrendering, it's letting go. And we just had the new moon. So, like I said, we have a new perspective here. And look, there's the Nine of Cups. Ask and you shall receive. You've got to believe in yourself. So you might have a manifestation that comes to fruition. I feel like I've actually said that in other readings, but with slightly different cards. So fascinating how that would come through again. It must be something that I'm feeling even collectively. So let's take a look at some action that you can take. And let me just have a look here. The kitty cat is in my way. So you're looking at what's the most aligned action or attitude to move through the week with clarity and confidence. I got another kitty cat here, obviously. They all want to be a part, they all want to be a part of these readings, and I love it. I do. But oh boy, they are pushy. Pandy, as I call her name is Pandora, but I call her Pandy. I call her Pushy Pandy because she is relentless. Now, Karma is a beast. I call her my bestie beast, or a beast bestie, whatever you want to call her, but she's a little beast. She pushes her way in as well, just in a different way. So let's take a look at the action to take that might give you some clarity and confidence. The Tower. Yeah, you got to be willing to work through all the things that are pulling at you. You got to let the Tower moment happen if you've been avoiding it. And I think that has to do with the fact that the broken heart hasn't really been addressed or dealt with. And let's see what else you need to know here. The Star. I've seen this card multiple times. What I do love about this combination is that in the tarot, the Tower card is card number 16. The Star is card number 17. So we have something happening here in sequence. So if you do experience the Tower moment, that's not a bad thing. Let the Tower moment happen, but then also allow the healing to take place because you need it. Because if you don't, you get stuck and held back. And here's the Lovers. Wow, I've seen this card a bunch of times too, especially from this deck. You may have a decision in love. You may need to be open in regards to a relationship or love. Is your heart light on? And I've seen the Ten of Cups in this deck multiple times. So Ten of Cups is happiness. Take the necessary steps or action to get to your happiness because you are very deserving of it. Now, let's take a look at a message from your higher self. These are reminders or wisdom from your higher self or spirit guides to keep in mind this week. And here we have the Seven of Wands. Are you on the offensive or are you on the defensive? Now, what I always say with this card is your back against the wall? Are you a wounded animal in the corner? Or are you standing up and picking your battles? Standing up for yourself, speaking up. Now, there you go. Two of Swords. Are you in the old or are you in the new? Very important question. And the Nine of Cups, again, ask and you shall receive. You're not asking. You're afraid to receive. You're afraid to ask because you're afraid you won't receive. And there's the Ten of Swords, which I've seen in many decks already. Your higher self is telling you to let it go. Let something go. Whatever it is that hurts you, you've got to move on past it. Now, let's take a look at some last bit of guidance. Moonology cards here. And we have, don't let pride get in your way. Don't be stubborn. Okay. Now with that, we have surrender to the divine. Let go, let God, let the universe take the wheel. Let it all unfold. Trust the process, even though I know it's cheesy, but it's the best advice I could really give you. And work through your fears. If you've been afraid, Libra, now is the time to make the move. I really hope this resonates with you. If you'd like to do a personal reading with me, the link is in the description box below. Thank you very much, and I wish you an amazing week.